But fuck. Why are you like that? No, you were supposed to be like this. I'm sorry. Hi everyone. Wait. Hi everyone. I know this link is nowhere, so I'm quickly going to share it. And this could also be, instead of mournings, it could actually be Panic Live at 7:30 in the morning. Look at me. Oh, there was this one person watching the stream, and I was like, oh, who could it be? Somebody has already reached here. And then I realized, oh, it's me. Anyway, I kind of was in a rush today. I also got my green tea today. I thought everything was in place, but I scheduled the stream from my phone yesterday. And I realized there are some settings which won't allow me to go live from MacBook because I don't know what I did exactly. But anyway, hi Pratyasha, hi Nandu, hi Garima. It's so nice to see all of you. My network is not working, and I really want to update my Instagram story. Because why not? Anyway, here's the green tea I've been trying to make. Did I forget to yeah. Just been a hectic day already, and I'm not the one to complain, but I will. I had a kind of bad day yesterday because I lost some money. I have no idea where I kept it and I couldn't find it. It wasn't a lot of cash, but for me, mere liye kafi tha. And oh wait, why did I had to share the link of the video and I just marked not interested. So I'm just basically panicking. And I hope everyone is having a better morning than me. Not that I'm having a bad morning. It's less than the average morning for me. But I'm very excited because I will be sharing a lot of things. What am I doing? I'll just look into the camera and try to smile. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Wow. It took such a bad hey. How do I'm sorry. I should have. This is why when is there no way to kind of link things on Android? I think this is why we kind of delay our streams. For those of you who do not know what we do when we delay our VM square, this is what is usually happening in the background. By the way, I have a tea recommendation for everybody. It's actually tea box. It's called the world's freshest tea. I have been loving their green teas, and I mean, a friend actually introduced me to, gave me their rose tea, just one tea bag, not all of it, because I wanted to have green tea, and I kind of fell in love with them. So now I have their jasmine tea, which I have in the mornings, and chamomile tea, which I usually have before I go to bed. I'm just kidding. I've bought the chamomile tea, but I'm yet to have it before I go to bed, and I think about it every day, and then I conveniently forget about it. But nonetheless, so much tea making samagri on my bed right now. Why not? Anyway, hi everyone. Good morning. The link on my Instagram is wrong, and I think I'm panicking just a little, teeny tiny little. What? Are we not allowed to link? How do you delete stuff on Instagram? What? I've given up by now. Anyway, hi everyone. I just spent the first few minutes of the stream panicking, but good morning. I'm glad people are here already. Array notification nahi jaga diya. Nice. Ashutosh is here, Ravikant is here, Tanya EXO is here. Hi everyone. Ketan is here. Good morning. Uh, Pavan Teja Neti. Let's read the crime. Okay, we're not going to read the crime book in the morning, I think. I mean, we can do that, but I did not want to do that intentionally because I just thought we should be very positive about life in the morning. I'm just kidding. I've not been having a great morning today. Last night, I kind of realized I've lost something. Not someone. As in, I lost a relationship of sorts. Like, there's no breakup or whatever. I just want to go over it again. This is actual mournings with Vaani. But yeah, I kind of lost something yesterday. I was pretty sad because I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was feeling very shitty the entire evening because I'm not usually somebody who misplaces objects and things. And then I kind of couldn't sleep last night. Then my sibling was here, and my room now looks like a mess. He just left some time ago. I'm so glad he did. I hope he's not watching this. But he left this morning, and then I streamed the stream. No, then I scheduled the stream incorrectly. But at least we have green tea and you guys, right? That's so sweet, Pratyasha. Her alarm was titled Chalchitra today. I hope everyone has their green tea. What are you guys drinking? I'm drinking Tea Box, and this is not a sponsored video, but I do hope somebody watches it and decides to sponsor us. This is Tea Box, and I really would recommend it to anybody who's into green tea because I don't like the brick tea that we have in India. I mean, I do love it from time to time, but I can't really have it like the first thing in the morning. And I am not a big coffee person because it gives me a lot of anxiety. So I stick to my green tea. And I think this is one of the best green teas I've come across so far. So anybody who's into green tea, yes. Kush is here. Hi, Kush. How are you? Akash. Hi, Bonvita. I love Bonvita. But then the thing is, I'm slightly, please don't mock me. Milk gives me issues. Like I get a lot of acne. So I tend to drink lactose intolerant milk or overboiled milk. Struggles of people with acne. It's just that. And so I boil it and then I chop a lot of almonds and then I pour them here in the almond milk and then I just like it. Devrat is here. Morning, everybody. I actually got 3 books with me today. Not a lot, just 3. And I'll just sit a little far from the camera. Anyway, I got 3 books and I wanted to start with this one. It's called The Poetry Pharmacy because I thought I'd need it. It's one of my favorite go-to books for reading poetry because, as the title suggests, it's a pharmacy of sorts. My apartment oversees the parking area, and it's just so annoying because you hear the randomest music. Anyway, so the thing about the book is The Poetry Pharmacy is tried and true prescriptions for the heart, mind, and soul. So like in the pharmacy, you go and you request, I have a headache, please give me something. Or maybe I haven't been feeling well, I have chicken pox, dengue, whatever. So similarly, you can come to the poetry pharmacy. And I hope none of my opinions or none of the things that I say right now are politically incorrect. I'm really afraid of that. Anyway, so you come to the poetry pharmacy and you tell the book. No, you don't tell the book, of course. That'll be so weird. You look for context. Like there's anxiety. So if you're having anxiety, there's a poem for you. If you're having depression, there's a poem for you. If there's psychological scarring, there is a poem for you. There are poems for self-image and self-acceptance. There is poems for motivations, etc. So how are you feeling today? I'll read a poem for you. I am feeling anxious. I'm going to start with that. It's here. This is the first That's how the book starts, with a poem on anxiety. Wow. It's by Wendell Berry, and it's also suitable for fear for children, fear for the future, sleeplessness, stress, and worrying. That's what I really like about this. It's not sort of a poem encyclopedia that you'll get every poem in it, but it's kind of like a pharmacy. Like, it'll have something for you. Oh wow, Uma is also drinking green tea by Tea Box. All their flavors are amazing. I know, right? I'm planning on getting all their flavors actually. So my friend and I, so my best friend Shresht and I hope I know you know who Shresht is, but anyway, my best friend is one and only Shresht, the great No Ghanti No Break. But so my best friend and I have decided, and I hope he's not watching this, but we decided at the beginning of the month that we'll gift each other something by the end of this month, which is under 300 rupees. And I searched for everything. Even a knife sharpener is for 499 rupees. Oh no, 340 rupees, I guess. Or 440, I don't know. But it's more than 300. That was very problematic. And then I decided to gift him tea box collection of green teas, which was, I think, 170 or something. So I don't know. Guys, please keep on commenting. Otherwise, it feels like I'm dictating to I'm just reading by myself. Also, do like the stream, guys. It's kind of nice to have all of you in the morning. Yes. Anyway, before I move, I'll just try posting on the Instagram again. I don't know how it works though. Just done with it right now. Hi, guys. No, there's no way to share the link. I just think my Instagram is outdated here. Anyway, I bought the sample pack with all the sample flavors and tried all of them. Yeah, this is what I gifted him. I strongly would recommend this to everyone who loves green tea. Yeah, I'm so glad Uma and my thoughts match. We all are pretty much ghosts here. Not nice. Anyway, so this is a book about anxiety. I'm kind of afraid of sharing this with you, because if I find the poem a little cringy, I might cringe myself. But when despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things. This is a nice phrase. The peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with the forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world, and I'm free. This is a nice, it's not that, it's actually surprisingly good. I came into the peace of wild things. PEACE of wild things. I love this line. I love this phrase for some. The peace of wild things. Oh, that's the name of the poem also. The peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought and grief. The other day, I was actually talking to my therapist of sorts. Therapist, not of sorts. I was talking to my therapist, and we were talking about my anxiety. I don't have a major anxiety problem, but we were talking about this, and she told me that imagine your mind to be, and I've read this somewhere, but I can't figure out where, but she said this to me, that imagine your mind to be a highway, actually a place where there are a lot of roads and there are traffic signals. And every time you kind of decide to obsess over a particular thought, there's a red signal that you're giving to the rest of the thoughts that, hey, it's time for you to, I'm sorry. Yeah. There is, you give the signal to the rest of your thoughts that they must stop until you are done dealing with this one, until you allow this to pass. And it was kind of interesting because she told me how this traffic jam results in procrastination, leading to anxiety, and a lot more stuff. And I think I've been trying to be mindful that way, because even after you allow this particular thought to pass, there are so many thoughts that need to be viewed with the, if not the same, but they need to be viewed again. And that kind of, because you've stopped all the other thoughts from working, because you're obsessed with the current thought right now, when the time comes, you will actually be pressurized because there is so much pending thought in action and no, in stagnance. And I think that idea really stayed with me. And then what I asked her was like, hey, but what if you're ready to let go of the thought, but the other person is not? The entire thing is, again, the world kind of stops for you again, because the traffic jam is very real for you again, because the other person who you're trying to have this conversation with is not able to move further, and thereby stopping your thoughts also in the process. And she did not have a solution for that, because she said politely decline. But yeah, I just think it was a very important thought, and that's why I shared it with you. And I thought, because that was a revelation about anxiety for me. Like, okay, this is where it could stem from. This is one of the reasons where it stems from. Akshat is here. Hey, Vaani. Hey, hi, Akshat. Good morning. Everyone gets to see my bag of under eye circles in the morning, and I'm so happy with that. But hi, I've been really enjoying not Monday morning, sorry, mornings on Thursdays. They're kind of my jam. And I hate that we do them only for an hour, because I have more energy. And by the time I end it, I am constantly like, oh, I really need it back. I wish we had more time. So I think like when we start doing them at 7 in the morning, it'll be better, because then we'll have 1.5 hours. But I don't know about whether you guys will be ready to hear me for 1.5 hours. And apart from that, what else? So yeah, Thursday morning streams are something I really, really, really look forward to. Like, that's my jam. And in fact, like, so much so I wrote a whole newsletter about it. So in case you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, I think the link is in the description below. Yeah, it's not, but I will share the latest newsletter with you in some time. If anybody is watching from the team, I doubt anybody is. But if anybody is watching, and if anybody is subscribed to my newsletter, please share the link of the latest newsletter here. I think just when you reach the end of the email, there's a sign where you can share the newsletter. So if anybody watching can please do so, it'll be really nice and helpful. Reading Keep Sharp by Sanjay Gupta. Oh, nice. What is it about? Oh, really nice analogy. Recently came across this book. Maybe you should talk to someone and really loved it. Janvi Chapra. Oh, nice. I think I've realized, like, although I try to be a very healthy person, I think sometimes I can be very emotionally immature. And I think that's why I think I really want to, I have a love-hate relationship with my therapists, because sometimes I just feel like I'm performing for them, because I'm just like, hey, she's just listening right now. Maybe she's actively listening, but I want like an engaging conversation. Of course, you can't expect your therapist to be your best friend, but I kind of expect them to at least have a conversation with me. And I think I judge them the moment they tell me of something I already know. And when this happens 3 times in a row. And it's kind of unfortunate, because I think like my end goal with therapy is just to be surprised, which is very wrong. And I think I've slowly started to realize it. So I'm trying to have a healthy relationship with my therapist, which is such a noff thing to say. But if you're somebody who can afford therapy, if you have the privilege of going and seeing a therapist, I'd recommend it to everyone, because there are so many flaws in all of us. I can list mine in a jiffy. And it's just important to be self-aware, because I think I've realized like all my self-doubts come from the fact that I feel I'm not very self-aware. And that leads to a lot of self-doubt. And in case I want to be, if I want to have more confidence in myself, I want to be more self-aware. That's that. Keep Sharp by Sanjay Gupta talks about how to keep your brain healthy and ways to avoid cognitive decline in the future. It's a good one so far. Nice. I'm actually, anything that talks about cognitive decline kind of has my attention. Hi, Anshit is here. What are we mourning today? We're mourning our mental health until now. And it's always fascinating to see how brain and consciousness work. True. Maybe you should talk to someone who's written by a therapist about going to other therapists, her life, and other patients' life. Please do try it, and it's written very well. Nice. When was the newsletter sent, Vaani? It was sent on Tuesday morning. I'll tell you why. I'm trying to be very consistent with Mondays. But and I usually draft the email over the weekend. But what happened a couple of weeks ago was that I was home and something unfortunate happened, and I couldn't send the email on Monday. Then I kind of drafted it way ahead and I scheduled it for 9 p.m. on 13th Feb. And it did not go. I don't know what happened. And on 14th Feb, when I logged in, it was showing like it's scheduled for 13th Feb, 9 p.m., but it still hadn't gone. So I sent it again on Tuesday morning. And from going by the click rate and everything, I think comparatively a lot less people opened this time. So I think a lot of you might have skipped the newsletter. It's also like a writing exercise for me. So in case you have any writing tips for me after reading the newsletters and everything, I'd be very happy to receive your feedback. These streams are so calm and serene. My therapist said to consider anxious thoughts as pink elephant, which illustrates that trying to suppress a thought is likely to make it more. Oh, that's a very, very good analogy. Sir, good. I also have the ostrich syndrome in my personal life. I try to not have it in the professional life, but in my personal life, I usually kind of tend to just something bad is happening and I'll be like, okay, let me just, where is work? I need work. Or where is the other things? I need those, which is not very healthy, but I'm trying to not be an ostrich and fly high. Oh, you haven't received it? Oh. What is happening? Are you subscribed to the newsletter? I think we'll have to figure a few things out about it. Anyway, the tea is amazing. Although it's getting a little... I've also started using green tea bags to so sometimes I have acne flare-ups. I still don't know how to deal with some of the pimples, acne. I don't know the difference between a pimple and acne. And somebody told me there is one. And I should look it up because every time I say acne, I get conscious, should the right word be pimple? Anyway, so sometimes these flare-ups happen. And I was reading somewhere and I actually saw somewhere that you can actually use green tea to soothe it. So, ek tea se do nishane. I can't imagine being a therapist, listening to someone trauma on a daily basis. I would tend to not emotionally invest that much in patients' lives over time. Yeah, I don't think therapists emotionally invest. And I think they also have their own therapists. And I was so conscious. I usually, when I was talking to my therapist this time, I told her hey, I really care about the experiences people have around me. So that sometimes even if I do not want to be, I suck at saying no, A, and B, I shouldn't speak so much about my therapy sessions, right? But anyway, and I was hey, I tend to be just very conscious of how the other person is doing, especially in my company. If I see their mood go from a 10 to a 0, I genuinely take it upon myself. Right now, I'm worried if you are having a good experience. And it was so funny because she's my therapist. I'm paying her to listen to me. I'm paying her to have an experience with me. I shouldn't be worried about that. But well, yeah. How much do you rate your sleep? Do you feel tired most of the time or feel energetic? It depends. Today's sleep was not a nightmare. I had a good dream. An interesting dream, not a good dream. Yeah, it wasn't a good dream. But today's sleep was I think it just really helps with what mindset I go to bed. Usually I sleep because I have to avoid all my problems. I used to do that as an unhealthy child. But lately, I think I've trained my mind to sleep well, no matter what's up. But then there are certain things that really kind of just affect my sleep. And the moment something starts affecting my sleep, I know I need to do something about it. So it's nice to have a healthy relationship with sleeping that way, because then I know, okay, this for certain is something that's off. But I usually wake up feeling very enthusiastic and energetic in the mornings. Because mornings are like, I like to believe like morning is my thing. It's my jam. Because I'm very excited in the mornings. I can talk for hours. Not hours, I can talk until 9 a.m. constantly. And then slowly, like just my willpower begins to fade away. And that was why it was a very conscious decision to like start streaming in the mornings, because I thought I'll be very energetic and I'll have a nice um, I will be in a good mood and I'll genuinely would be listening to everyone and their comments, reading them well. Uh, that's one. And also, in case you read the newsletter this week, I actually give the explanation as to why this stream actually works for me. It's kind of a personal. What I'm trying to do with the newsletters is also, and please give me your suggestions if you'd like to see something more. But what I'm trying to do is like share personal anecdotes, especially when it comes to doing small things at Chalchitra, whether it's streaming in the mornings, whether it's, I think the next episode I'm going to write about my muse series and so on and so forth. I think, like, in short, the newsletters are going to describe the creator journey and how my life relates to it. It's just like I like writing about, I like writing. It feels like I'm writing a letter to everyone, but then I'm doing so individually because I address one person at a time. And then there is always this initial bit, which is the poetry at the beginning of the letter, which I really look for throughout the week. And the best one, or the one that goes very well with the text, I attach it there. Or sometimes it has just no association with the text, but I just found it very pretty and I thought everyone should read it. But yes. Oh, we have a super chat. Smells like sunshine. Good morning, all. Hi, Akash. Thank you for the super chat. Means a lot. And good morning to you as well. Thank you for making our. I'm not an INFJ, Devraj, if you're guessing. I have very inferior FE. It's like the seventh function, in case you're wondering. Like I'm an awkward. I don't know how. Yeah, not going to give further information. Gaurav approves. Yay. The next book that I have here, and I'll quickly move to it, is School of Life, which Kush was also talking about. It's one of the best books I've ever come across. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about something here, which is on page number 73, if you have my copy. It's called The Importance of a Breakdown. And I was reading this yesterday because I think because in the last session, my therapist asked me, when was the last time you cried? And I was like, what? No, not my therapist. A friend asked me, when was the last time you cried? And I went a little like, what? I did not. It's been quite some time since I've had a hearty cry. But this is, I think, this is like a chapter which like really stayed with me from the entire book. And I was thinking, like, there are a few books I've identified which I really want to read with everybody. One is School of Life. The other one is, School of Life is one for now. What do you think about dreams and like the science about it? I'm always fascinated about dreaming. Hi, Devrat. I'm also very fascinated about dreaming as such. I mean, I used to be when I was in 11th and 12th. Ended up reading a lot of books on the psychology and science associated to dreams, half of which I do not remember. Sleep, actually. Sleep was what used to really fascinate me, not just dreaming. So I read a lot of things about sleeping, and unfortunately, I've forgotten about them. Fortunately, I do have notes at home, but that's always used to be fascinated by them. And there was a time where my best friend from school, Anisha, and I were obsessed with Dr. Brian Weiss and Peace Weiss, whatever. And there in his books, he asks you to, it was about reincarnations and shit. So there's regression, which is like he takes you back into past lives, and there's progression. Now I don't, obviously, I have my doubts, But there it was like, okay, you need something to believe in, and it was that, because it was like a whole, it's kind of a whole spiritual decision itself to believe in these things, right? And I was fascinated by it because it meant like I could talk to my dead grandfather. Funny story, I turned vegetarian for fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, for like for almost 9 years, because I thought my grandfather would reincarnate as a chicken. And I was so afraid of eating him. Yes. But anyway, now that you know this, that's why Dr. Ryan was really fascinating, because I think I was really scarred by the death of my grandfather. We shouldn't be talking about this in the morning. I'm sorry if I made anybody uncomfortable. But yeah, so we would read it, and there were exercises at the back of this particular book. I think it was Messages from the Masters, where how you can regress on your own with a friend, with the help of a friend. And she'd read out these lessons to me because I was better than her at meditation. And I could just nothing would come to me. We're like, what are we doing wrong? We're doing these exercises, it's not working out. And then I started having weird dreams. And I was like, maybe I'm seeing them in my dreams. But then, yeah, that's fun story. Oh, Akash is here. Akash is up and about. Yes. Do like the stream, guys. Do like the stream. Everyone is enjoying dreams until you love in the Burari house. Good morning, Market Crorepati. We're missing you a lot. Where were you since morning? Mayank is here. Watch movie Hereditary or a reincarnation. I'm not sure I want to watch any horror movies. And I also have so many. Oh, Zaki is also here. Hi, Zaki. How are you? It's so nice to see everyone in the mornings. It's like everyone's up and about. Like, but if anybody has a bad day, please don't come to me. It's like, yeah, it's tumhara chehra dekha tha to aisa. Anyways, if something nice happens, it's because you saw the stream. And that's that. PU is also here. Should we start streaming at 8 in the morning? Because everyone started showing at 8. But it's nice, amazing. Do like the stream, guys. I wanted to talk about the importance of a breakdown. So this is a chapter in School of Life. And I'll just read the parts I've underlined. Breakdowns are hugely inconvenient for everyone. And I found this very funny. Where can I find the newsletter, by the way? If anybody wait, I'll just link it to you. You can subscribe to it right now. Look at blog. No, we have more. We also have a blog on chalchitratalks.com, but I'll share the mailing list with you. So you can sign up here. And I'm going to pin this comment also. You can actually subscribe to the newsletter here. Regarding the most recent newsletter, I will be sharing it with the book club. And so this is about the breakdown. I am questioning my decision to read about breakdowns right in the morning, but breakdowns are hugely inconvenient for everyone. And so unsurprisingly, there is an immediate rush to medicalize them in an attempt to excise them from the scene so that the business as usual can resume. And I found it so funny because this is what we tend to do. If something bad is happening, we kind of just we kind of hold it in until we no longer can take it because we just want the business to go about as usual. And sometimes, as we've seen, unless and until we target a problem, immediately it kind of tends to become an avalanche in some time. Hi, Anuj is also here. Hi, Anuj. Good morning. And it's uncanny they designed the book cover like textbook as it pertains to school. Absolutely. But this is to misunderstand what is going on when we break down. A breakdown is not merely a random piece of madness and malfunction. It is a very real, albeit very inarticulate, bid for health and self-knowledge. It is an attempt by one part of our mind to force the other into the process of growth, self-understanding, and self-development, which it has hitherto refused to undertake. If we can put it paradoxically, it is an attempt to jumpstart a process of getting well, properly well, through a stage of falling very ill. And I think that's it kind of really made me look at my breakdowns in a lot different way. And even though I haven't had one in a long, long time, it's just nice it's kind of reassuring to read about breakdowns this way. The danger, therefore, if we merely medicalize a breakdown and attempt to shift it away at once, is that we will miss the lesson embedded within our sickness. A breakdown is not just a pain, though it is that too, of course. It is an extraordinary opportunity to learn. The reason we break down is that we have not, over years, flexed very much. What the breakdown is telling us above everything else is that it must no longer be business as usual, that things have to change. And this can be properly frightening to witness, or that death might be preferable. Because the conscious mind is inherently lazy and squeamish, and so reluctant to engage with what the breakdown eventually has to tell it with brutality. For years, it refuses to listen to a particular sadness, or is in flight from a dysfunction in a relationship, or pushes desires down very far beneath the surface. A good mental physician tries hard to listen to rather than censor the illness. That is why we started to drink or to become reclusive or to grow entirely paranoid or manically seductive. A crisis represents an appetite for growth that hasn't found another way of expressing itself. Many people, after a horrific few months or years of breakdown, will say, I don't know how I'd ever have gotten well if I hadn't fallen well. And I think that is something I really like about it because sometimes when you look back in hindsight, you know you've grown a lot since an episode of breakdown. In the midst of a breakdown, we often wonder whether we have gone mad. We have not. We are behaving oddly, no doubt, but beneath the agitation, we are on a hidden yet logical search for help. We haven't become ill, we were ill already. Our crisis, if we can get through it, is an attempt to dislodge us from a toxic status quo and constitutes an insistent call to rebuild our lives on a more authentic and sincere basis. It belongs in the most acute and panicked way to the search for self-knowledge. And that is one of the reasons why I really, really like this particular chapter in the School of Life, because it talks about breakdowns. And I think all of us have had breakdowns. I mean, if you haven't, well, it's a good thing. But for all of us who've had, I just think it's amazing because there's an opportunity to learn. And when you look back in hindsight, I think we learn the most when we are going through tough things in life. And we have a comment. Okay, Radius Supporter. Hi, new here from Philippines. Are you a psychology? Hi, Radius Supporter. I am an Indian, yes. I'm not a psychology major, if that is your question. We just read books on this channel. But this is amazing, guys. Do you ESFX figures? Are you guys trying to figure out my MBTI type? Why would you think I am an ESFX? Do I come across as an ESFX? But no, I'm not an ESFX. Good afternoon. Hi Diljit. It's good afternoon to you too as well. I did not know Nainital mein se afternoon ho raha hai, but okay. Devratwani is sure. Then we have Yuganta. How many of you, by the show of hands, is reading Yuganta? It feels like we're a member of some morning club and having discussions on whatever we feel like. I think this should a morning thing now along with reading meditation. Oh, nice. We could do that. You know what? I really liked the title, The Peace of Wild Things. And I don't know, it's just kind of, I want it to be the title of something, which can be the title of my autobiography, but it's not coming out yet. I read Yuganta, Penumbra. Is it good? I'm in the middle of this. For those of you who haven't read, I was going to read Final Effort for You, which is the first chapter. Oh, we read it last time, actually. But I thought I'd read it from where the actual story started, because I read quite non-serious things. Diljit has read Yuganta. Mayank is reading or has read Yuganta. Nice. I'm not sure for how long Mrs. Ratna ma'am will be joining us for the stream, but I'm pretty certain she will be. What is my MBTI though? I don't know. I have my doubts actually now. So I don't really want to share it with everyone. But yeah. 40 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Do like the stream. I'll share my morning routine next time. Okay. Did you guys watch the stream last night that Tanya Pathik and they had a guest also of spoken poetry? They did it together, and I think the stream was amazing. Tanya is becoming an amazing streamer by the day. And in case you guys did not know, do watch her streams. That'll be because you'll definitely enjoy them. There's so much more perspective in her streams, something I hadn't thought about otherwise. Wanted to appreciate a lot of parts, but found it quite misogynistic, and that made me angry. And in that anger, I could not appreciate the book. Okay, no problem. I was having a discussion with Hindol. I think I've read some of it, and then I kind of had to travel, so I missed out on a lot of things. But I'm going to give it a proper sitting this weekend. I'm looking forward to the live session and listen to her cool voice. I think she'll be joining us for some time. Anyway, halfway through, and I hate it and love it at the same time. She's ripping upon my favorite characters. Like, you know what? I don't know, Mayank, if you're part of the book club, but this is exactly what I posted my conversation. I posted a message Ratna ma'am had sent me in the book club yesterday because I showed her the conversation Hindol and I had. And Hindol and I were discussing how Bhishma is Hindol's favorite character. And he hates the book because she's so right about his flaws. And he hadn't seen them until now. So it's amazing that way. And yes. So if you were a part of the book club, and if you are, please read that message. I'm looking forward to the live session and listen to a cool voice. Same here. Halfway, okay. All right, I have to go for my classes. Bye, Devvrat. Even we'll be leaving in 15 minutes, so you won't be missing a lot of things. Guys, do like the stream, share it with your friends, that more people like it. Also, we are very close to hitting 10,000 subscribers on Kitaabi Cabins. So do like the stream. And there are a few vlogs that will be coming out. I think one is, I don't know, I want to film a vlog this weekend, but I'm not sure how that will come out. But again, obviously, there's a pencil. If you're into stationery, I've reviewed quite a few. We went to a stationery store, basically in Jaipur. Vaibhav took me to one. We got every pencil available in the store. And then I sat down to review it. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. Then we've also filmed something related to Lahore. I don't know when that'll come out, but I hope, I think it'll come out soon on Kitaabi Cabins. And I'm very excited for everyone to see, even if the recommendations are old. This is something I did for the first time. So it's a little special for me. So, yes. I've also been reading Mahabharata, and I think Kush was in the comments a few minutes ago. And I look like yeah, he's the one who gifted me Mahabharat trilogy, like a collection of these 3 big books for Christmas. He was my secret Santa. I just saw the live and came here. Can I ask something? I like reading, but lately I feel like I'm losing it deep inside. I just want to read books, but not. Oh, you know what, Nikita? I feel the same about myself in this moment because suddenly I have interest in watching TV shows. Although I've seen quite not that many, but it's just nice. I mean, do whatever you want to, but then if you really want to go back to reading, pick up something that's very easy. Start with that so that, you realize, oh, this is what reading a book feels like. I was in Jaipur the other day, the studio, and we have a small library. If you're in the Chalchitra Book Club, you would have seen the library of sorts that we have there, and we're just working to expand more on it. But nonetheless, I was going through the books and I opened a book and the smell, the fragrance of the books just came in and I was like, oh, I want to read a book. And I started reading a book after that. And it was so difficult to pick up a book before that. I think I was reaching the saturation point where I was just like, I can't. I'm not able to finish any book cover to cover. I'm jumping from books to books. Find your reason to pick up a book and pick up something that's very easy so that you can finish it. Give yourself a task that you know you'll be able to finish. Just even if it's like a children's book, which is like 30 pages long, slowly start building up. Because sometimes it's not you. It's just you need something that's easy so that you can have the confidence and you can have the energy to read more. This is something that really helps me. If not, there are more videos on the channel. But I think this is a definite advice you should try. But it all was quiet because Bhishma's childhood, which we don't know much about, but we know he was brought. Market, you don't have Kindle. I do have Kindle, and I'm planning to get more active in it because I've realized it's easier to carry Kindle around. And I mean, because you see the progress needs of the bar, like you've completed 10%, 80%, whatever. I think that really pushes me. Hey, Nikita, I'm so glad this helped. 33 people are watching us. Guys, do like the stream. There are 44 likes, 33 people watching us. We're playing on the table of 11. Very bad. Mobile Kindle is even better. I'm not sure if I want to read on my mobile because over the years I've come to hate using cell phone. It's a miracle I'm still using it for Instagram and WhatsApp. Because there are times when I just take serious breaks and I inform Vaibhav like, hey, I'm turning off my WhatsApp or I'm turning off my Instagram for today. My notifications are off for Insta, so I go only over there for posting and liking stuff and sharing stuff. But yeah, I mean, I try to limit my engagement a lot. But despite that, I spend it on a lot of useless things. So is Uma in the comments? Because I have a question about tea box. So by the way, this is the tea I'm drinking this morning and it's amazing. It's not a sponsored post, but if you're from Tea Box and you're watching this, please sponsor our mornings. I always recommend children. Oh, Uma is here. Talk of Uma. Okay. I'm reading a lot these days, but I need to read in my course also. But every time I pick anything related to my course, I end up being sleepy. Story of our life. I always recommend children's books to beginners who ask me suggestions. It's the best place to begin and always help us sustain the habit of reading. Oh, the question I had for Uma was like, hey, Uma, like, do they have a ginger honey of sorts? Because I really love ginger honey tea. And I want to stop going to barista because they make amazing ginger tea, but I want to stop going there. But yeah, even I recommend children's books to everybody. I recommend it to even like people who are reading some major stuff because I just think there's something so innocent about children's books and the way they talk about emotions. If I were to choose, I really want to be a children's writer, but I have no idea how to start, where to start from. But I think there's something so beautiful about children's books because the way they explain emotions. Because you explain things keeping 5-year-olds in mind, 4-year-olds in mind, who are going to read your books. So even when you're explaining something like loss, a breakup, a heartbreak, etc., it's very beautifully done because you can't tell the person like what death actually is or what loss is, but you can always explain it to them through analogies, and I love it. I just think it's sometimes if you find the right children's books, it'll stay with you forever and with your generations to come if they're able to appreciate books. That is. Yash, hello. Bhishma is my favorite. I think Bhishma is favorite of everyone, I think, who has had introduction to him from B.R. Chopra's Mahabharat. The tall statute who eventually happens. I used to read paperback and then Kindle and then mobile Kindle as it's so compact and switching it from one book to other is impressive. Then you go through Yuganta and it says here was something a little less than all those things. And it's right, almost because facts. Mayank, yeah, you're right. I've started watching this documentary on Yash Chopra like the docu-series. And I think I've seen 1.5 episodes and I really, really like it also. So I know who Bia Chopra is. And I'm so proud of myself for that. Because I really don't know anything about the industry or cinema. Good morning, Shikha. Hi. Thank you for the love. Read The Little Prince. Hey, nice. I love The Little Prince. I really want to read the French versions. I was trying to learn the French language, but I'm a miserable mess. Mayank, try the difficulty of being good. I read my 8-month-old children's stories, even though she doesn't understand anything. It's just like, it's very sweet. I think like my nephew, my cousin's son, he's I think 4 now. He'll be turning 4 this year, I guess. He was here until I think he was 2. Or maybe, yeah, I think he was here until he was 2 or 3. And 2, I think. I don't know. He had just started learning how to walk, and he used to have these books with him. And he really likes reading. I don't know if he reads right now or so or not, but it's so much fun to read them because it's just, I think like I want all my cousins and sisters and siblings to have kids so I can like treat their kids to books. And I hope they keep on having them. So there's always a constant like chota bacha in the house. Bhishma is the Ned Stark of that's very interesting. Not sure about ginger honey, but they do have ginger tulsi. I'll have ginger tulsi and mix honey in it because I knew I had honey to all my green teas. I really like warm water with honey, but I don't know if honey has any ill effects. Nice thumbnail of the stream. Thank you. This reminds me. I hope you guys have been appreciating the thumbnails I've been putting out actually. I'm trying, either they are like they have something in them. Like I really liked the thumbnail of the last stream because of my hair color. The first one was just out of urgency because there was nothing else. I had to click a selfie. Then the last one was a photo Vinayak had clicked of me. Actually, I should start tagging everybody with like credits and everything. So I'm going to click like get more pictures clicked in landscape format and everything. But yeah. Hi, Vaani. Absolutely love the passion you have for reading. You're someone I look up to for the same. I want to read more. I'm too distracted with life at times. Hi, Krishna. It happens to all of us, yeah. And I think that's absolutely fine because, I mean, there was a time when I would read a lot so much so that there was no life for me. I mean, I basically am one of those people who cannot write an autobiography because my life is so boring. Maybe that's why I colored my hair red so that there's at least some drama in life. But I think it happens to all of us. And just what's important is that you read a good book and you're happy about it. Don't push yourself into reading a lot. I mean, in this day and age, there's so much content that's available that you'll still be well read. You'll still be knowledgeable. But despite that, of course, reading is an experience on its own. Read as much as you can, but don't like push yourself in it. Otherwise, you'll miss out on the beauty that reading is. Thumbnails are improving. They don't look like templated. Oh, because I just upload like landscape images of myself. That's the idea. They're completely raw, unedited, unprocessed. Oh, no, the process. Oh, wow, Vishal. Hi. Thank you. That means a lot. Do a handstand for them. I see how people want me to fall down, hurt my arms and legs in the process. But one day for sure. Pooja Seri. My favorite horror. I don't read horror. I can't do horror. I think I watched Conjuring finally, that too on mute, with constant like, what? So, no, yeah. Hey, Vaani, just wanted to say a big thank you for your work. Hi, Shreya. Thank you so much for appreciating us. I'm prepping for entrance exams, and your streams are the only ones I've watched to relax during my breaks. Brings a lot of solace. Hey, thank you so much, Shreya. Shresht is here. Shresht, this is the man I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. My best friend from college, not college, school. The bestest friend I've ever had. Good morning, Vaani. What are you cooking up for? That's the thing. I have to decide what to do for breakfast. I'm yet to get ready also for the day. Just thought of biography on my life and realized it's all of us. All of us are weird. But I won't take away the spotlight from you. But all of us are weird in our own different ways. Mm. But yeah, there's no paper napkin here, so very ladylike. No horror, not even cake. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I'm frustrated with myself because I think I've been just cut. And to think that I really wanted to do a series on ghost stories on the channel. I think like I've become okay with oral recitation of stuff, but I can't read them or watch them because it just terrifies me because then I have a visual in mind. Not that I don't have a visual when somebody's narrating the story to me. It makes it childhood trauma with psychological semi-horror. Thank you, Market Karorpati. I've taken that into consideration, but I'll recommend it further to people who are into this genre. I also stay away from horror romance novels. Shake things up so you can suggest. You know what? I haven't read a lot of romantic books. I don't know, for some reason. I used to cringe a lot when I was growing up. So I read Jane Austen, true. But I read a lot of Enid Blyton when I was growing up. And then I had a phase where I was obsessed with, I don't know, reading children's books. Then there was a phase of reading a lot of history. Then came a phase of memoirs, poetry. Now I'm just trying to figure out what's up. Hi, Yash. Wow, Yash is ready with his. I could have had oats for breakfast. Guys, Wednesday ko na, like book club and Insta par, we'll jam a little. What are we going to read on Thursday? And we'll also, I'll have to set a reminder for that because I told you this last week also and I did not. But then it's always nice when you have like a book in advance, you have your breakfast sorted in advance. But that's nice. Yash is ready with oats. Guys, by the way, Yash is a very brilliant person. He edits a lot of our videos. Very nice, charming, little, not little, but like he's younger than me. So, man. I also stay away from, okay. Oh, you wanted a recommendation also. I really like this. I'm not so, yeah, I'm sorry. I should read more romance books, right? I'm thinking to read a lot of contemporary literature soon because I think it gets done sooner and I will have a lot more recommendations for you that are very light-hearted and warm. I mean, I am into true crime. There was this episode, there used to be this channel, Discovery. No, wait, not Discovery, but like it was something related to investigation discovery or something. ID, I think. And I used to constantly watch it. What murders are happening? How murders are happening? And it was such a unhealthy relationship for 4 years of my life that I couldn't trust anybody because I was constantly watching this and I thought this person right here is going to creep up into my house and murder me and my family and so on. So I stopped watching it like that. Will Ratnaji be available for this month? I don't think she'll be here for the entire 30 minutes, 1 hour discussion that we have, but I think she'll show up for some time. Bhanu, bestest morning. Hey, hi Bhanu, good morning. I did learn a lot of things today, but thank you so much. This is a nice wish, to be honest. I read lots of Mills and Boon's best. Nice. Your take on self-help books. I like what I think every book is a self-help book. Mayank. If you allow it to be that way. Also, guys, we'll have to go now. But anyways, after we address these comments, we're wrapping up the stream. Do like the stream and recommend it to all your friends. Even if you do not recommend it to go through their phone, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. So close to hitting 10,000 subscribers. Life is best lived unplanned. Dude, I would have a panic attack if I decided to go that route. Devraj, are you asking Yash if he's single? Nice. I like how my recommendation worked. Nikhil, any thoughts on career pivoting? How risky can it be for a writer to move into something as scary as sales? I mean, it depends on you. I am all for career pivoting. But then I think sometimes as we get older, we stop taking a lot of risks. And that's with me also. I do not take a lot of risks because we're certain, we like to bet on things that are certain and we know will work out for sure. And I think that's the problem with us. I think you can make it big even when you want to. And I think I have this one person that I really look up to in my life. And every time I meet him, tells me like, Vaani, whatever you think, that's possible. And initially I was like, what is this man saying? Because he's like in his 60s or whatever. Because I was like, I mean, I'm thinking of a lot of things. And then come to think of it, you can make whatever you want to happen. You just need to have the sincerity and the willpower. Morning motivation done right, guys. Have you read or watched Mindhunter? I haven't, Mayank. I haven't. Okay, Penumbra. Bye-bye. So, guys, this was amazing. I had a lot of time discussing so many things with you. I also had my green tea, which was amazing. I'll go get ready, make breakfast for myself, and get ready for the day. It was amazing seeing all of you. And I think like soon we should start doing streams at 7 in the morning. But I see at 8, a lot of people start showing up and I do not want to miss seeing because some of them are amazing. Not that the people who show up for 7 are not. It's just nice to be surrounded by such nice people. Do you guys want to see vlogs? The thing with the food vlog is food has become my love language. Not like as in like if I really like you, I will invite you over and cook for you because I love cooking food for people I love. Unfortunately, I'm not that bad a cook, I've realized. And that's one. And what else? So yeah, we can make the vlog. It's very hard filming it because I have to set up the entire thing myself. I have one phone to film it on. It just gets a little hectic to do so. But next time I'm in Jaipur, I'll make sure I'll film something related to food. Hi, Magic Carp. Oh, I like your. Is it Pokemon? Is it Pokemon? Your display picture. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. Have a fun Brihaspativar. Thanks, Diljit. Brihaspativar is a nice name. This was soothing. Cheers. Hey guys, thank you. Sonu Panda is here. Good morning, Sonu. That's nice. Thank you, Ashutosh. But I'll see. Thank you, Aditi. That's very sweet of you. I'm humbled. But I'll see you guys again next week on Thursday. I have so much fun doing these streams. And do subscribe to the newsletter. I've shared the link in the comments. And I'll also be updating the description after this. And if you watched until now, please comment on this stream. Please comment on the stream after I'm done this. This just really helps us, and I really want Kitaabi Cabins to grow because I really want it to become a place where, we can talk passionately about reading, even if you do not recommend a lot of books. I was talking to an author also. I'm trying to convince her to come on the channel. And I was telling her, like, we're really trying to build Kitaabi Cabins into a one-stop place for all discussions related to books. It's nice to have this community of people, but I really want us to grow because it just makes it very, very easier for us to reach out to authors and get them here. I mean, numbers are a thing for people, unfortunately, but please like the stream, share it with the people you love. Comment in the stream, and if you watched until now, share your favorite part of the stream or just share your favorite poem in this comment section, whatever you want to, your thoughts, favorite quotes. Oh, actually, favorite quotes would be nice. I would love to read them, and if they're poetry, even better. But I'll see you guys again on next Thursday at 7:30 a.m. I'll try to wake up early and do a 7 a.m. and we can stream until 8:30 then. That'll be amazing. But I'll see you guys again. And thank you for joining until so far. Bye, guys. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. Bye.